Let's VR. This is Amber. You're watching virtual reality gameplay. Today I'm playing Hitman Go on the Gear VR. Hitman Go is by Square Enix, the same company that made the Hitman PC and console games. Although this one is a turn-based puzzle game, and so you move your character, but if the enemy sees you, then you die. So this is turn-based. The character only moves once per turn. So now I'm going to go around and take out the guard, boom, before I proceed to my end marker. So your goal is to either get to the end marker, or in some of the missions you have to kill a certain person, which isn't surprising since the name of the game is Hitman, and you're playing Agent 47. That's the guy with the white shirt, black suit, and red tie. Here I am taking out these guards from behind. So this is, a third-person board game, not, first person, but the advantage of doing this in VR is it really helps you get sort of immersed in the mission and in this little world that they've created, which is pretty neat. Okay, so this one is a little different. Instead of just wandering around, you can actually get a weapon. So I picked up the weapon and I can shoot it in one of 4 locations. And when I shoot it, it's going to call the attention of the guard. So see that question mark over the guard's head, and then he turns around to where the shot landed, and then he goes to where the shot landed. And so now that he's facing the opposite direction, I can sneak up from behind him, take him out, and get to my goal. So I'm just playing for you a few of the missions in the first chapter, but there's more weapons and more items that you can use as you progress in this game. Oh, and you can turn the diorama there if you hold a touchpad and turn. So you do not need a gamepad controller for this game. You can play it just with the headset touchpad if you want. So I'm going to fire my weapon. The guard is going to go over there, and then I can take him out and come around and get the other ones. I didn't really need to fire that last weapon, but once you pick up a weapon, you have to use it. So if you don't need to use it, just kind of fire it behind you or something. There, and I completed the level. 5 or fewer. And I want to show you also another character in this game, and that's the jogger. So far the guards have been stationary, but not all the characters in the game are stationary. So these joggers just kind of go back and forth on their tracks. And if the jogger sees you, or the jogger gets you, you also die. So not only can the guards kill you, but so can these joggers here. So now I'm kind of going back and forth, and now coming up behind the jogger. And the tennis guy in red with the little mark over his head, that's the one I'm trying to kill. And I could have killed him right there, but I'm going to wait until I pick up the briefcase, because I want to get the extra points. And so as you gain more points, you'll unlock additional missions and additional chapters. I've only I've played through I've unlocked 2 of the chapters, but I believe there's like 8 chapters, and they have like 15 missions each. So there's, as far as I can tell, there's like over 100 missions in this game. And even though they're kind of short, as you can tell, it's still a good amount of content. Oh, and there I am taking out my mark. Yeah. And here is the last thing I want to show you, which is hiding in the plant. As in most stealth games, you can take cover. So when you're inside that plant, no one can see you. The joggers can't see you anymore. So I thought this was kind of fun. It's definitely kind of a fun game with cool mechanics. Oh no! I died. That's what happens when you die. You just kind of fall over there. So let me try that again. So some of these you have to kind of try them a few times to figure out, and a lot of them have multiple solutions. So here I am, hitting the flower, going over to get the briefcase, avoiding these joggers. So even though this is kind of a turn-based game, it's kind of almost like an action game, because there's definitely a lot of moving around, hiding in places, shooting weapons. And in Chapter 2, there's actually some teleporters, so you can kind of teleport from one section of the board to the other, which is also pretty neat. And that's my gameplay of Hitman Go on the Gear VR. You've been watching Let's VR. This is Amber. Subscribe to my channel for more virtual reality gameplay videos.